manned flight. So let's go to talk to Yves Rossy, Julien Lecoeur, and discover more. Yves, how are you?
Fine.
So what have you been doing for the last couple of years? You've been mainly out of Switzerland.
Yeah, I was in Dubai flying these wings, and now I'm back. Really happy to be back in my native country, Switzerland, and back also in the air with new things.
Let's go to the basics. Flying a wing.
A jet wing.
A jet wing.
Yeah.
What's the similarity and the difference between a classical airplane?
Okay, a classical airplane, you have steering. That means a stick, and you do a movement on the stick. The machine turns according to the movement you gave to the machine, and you follow the machine. This follows me. I'm not the pilot. I am the thing that flies. And it makes a huge difference. A huge difference because when you dream to fly, you are not in a machine, you are free, okay? This is freedom pure in the third dimension because, okay, flexible body on a rigid wing, but that's almost like a bird, and realizing, yeah, that's very old dream for a human to fly like a bird.
So you're not a madman. You have a classical daring streak, which an adventurer has to have. What's your history in a few seconds?
Yeah, okay, I was a turbulent child. I wanted action in my life. I went to, as a fighter pilot, military pilot in Switzerland, up to Mirage 3. Thereafter Swissair, 747, airliners. So I'm a professional aviator, okay, passionate about aviation and everything what flies. And about your remark before, yeah, I'm not a mad guy. I'm a professional aviator with this discipline that you don't go in the air without a plan B.
So where are you now in the sense that you have something that traditionally you could launch, accelerate, and then fly. Now you're working on the next level, I guess.
Yeah, the next level would be autonomous. You know, I need a helicopter currently. At the beginning, I'm like a skydiver. I fall because I need speed. I need consistency in the air with my body, like your hand out of the window of your car. Huh? I do like that with the body. It goes up. I bend down. It goes down. So it's really intuitive, but I need speed. That means launch from a helicopter, and to land, I open my parachute. It's okay, it's quite complicated, expensive. You have 7-8 minutes of freedom, but you are not autonomous. And that's the goal. The next step is to take off and land completely autonomously, vertical up and coming vertical down.
Is there a financial market, a financial potential in this? One day, can we see it being almost normalized?
Yeah, we are living a fantastic time now. We are in front of a wall, all of us, that is energy. We are using fossil energy. I'm using kerosene, okay? But I'm not the only one that take off and land vertically. In the future, we are talking about air taxi, individual air transportation, drones, delivering drones for expensive equipment and other things. But that means this tendency to find something that works very well autonomously and go in the air with a guy, that's the time it comes for sure. And I'm a little bit forward because, okay, not yet autonomously, but I did begin with that 25 years ago. And already the flight part works perfectly, even much better than I was expected. I can go vertically up to very high, 4,000 to 5,000 meters. in a few minutes. That's the performance of a fighter jet. It's fantastic, just like that with your body. It's like the child playing the aircraft. And thanks this technology push that comes now, we have already found a solution for that thing, but on a business point of view, what I'm developing now will be used for many other machines, because you will need a plan B, you will need a technology currently that works with kerosene, but the next thing will be electrical. Batteries will be better. Electric engines are coming. Airbus is working on it. The really big companies are working on that. And I am part of it.
So in your specific field, just take us through the broad basics. You have the shell,
Yeah.
then you have the motor,
Yeah.
and then you have you,
Yeah.
and some sort of aerodynamic helmet. Are they the main compositions?
Yes. That's really back to the roots. Compared to a bird, a fuselage, okay, a brain, okay, a wing that produces lift. As we don't have feathers, but we have 100 years of experience in aerodynamic, we know how to do a profile that works very well to give lift. And fantastic German technology, jet cat engine, 55 kilos of push per engine. That means 220 kilos of push, 480 kilos only of weight. That means with this, you have everything ready just to take off and land autonomously. Just the stability. When you have nothing here, I have no consistency.
On a costings point of view, is this a rich man's game, or with a certain budget, have you been able to advance as well as you wanted?
I could advance as well as I wanted, even as I said, more than expected. Thanks first, my first sponsor was that one, 13 years long. I did put the price of a nice car every year to develop that. Because sponsors, they are coming only when it works. I've learned that. It's like that. They want to be sure that there is a revenue after the investment. So I did prove that it works, and then I got sponsors. Watchmaker, Swiss watchmaker, Hublot, Breitling, and so. And thanks that, I could create this. This is too complicated and too dangerous for everybody, okay? But as any prototype that is at the beginning difficult to manage, the goal is to make that affordable and simple enough so that a guy without a big experience can learn it. Like you can learn to hang glide or paraglide, okay? Jet ski, everybody take a jet ski. Okay, it's a very short formation because it's very simple. This, I think, once you have that stability that is given thanks the electronic, like a SpaceX rocket, it's based on the same principle, then it will be really for everybody with a learning process.
What we're going to do now is learn a little bit about the electronics and how we're going to take it forward. So we're going to invite Julien, Dr. Julien Lecoeur, EPFL, specialized in biorobotics.
Exactly, yeah.
You've joined the team recently. What can you add to the team in development?
All right, so I have always been passionate about flying aircraft, flying stuff. And the first time I saw Yves was in 2014 in Air 14, an air show, where he was flying with information flight with fighter jets. I found that was incredible. And now I'm very happy that I can use my knowledge to help him accomplish his dream. So I am a specialist in embedded flying systems. So I've done a PhD in EPFL under the supervision of Professor Dario Florano. on bio-inspired robotics. I was building drones that take inspiration from the nature to fly better. And Yves now is trying to make human a flying species. So that's quite funny when you think of it, but he really wants to fly, right? So I put electronics and software inside the wing to help him stabilize the flight when he's flying in hover. Because when he hovers, he cannot really control using the air. It doesn't have forces to apply on the air. So to do that, we added thrust vectors. So this is just an example to give you an idea how that works. Imagine the engine is here pushing air downwards, and if you move this thrust vectoring nozzle, that's very similar to what you have on fighter jets, then you can apply thrust laterally and then control the flight.
Cost. Did you invent all this technology yourself? Did you buy it off the shelf, or how? Somewhere in between, I guess.
So that's somewhere in between. We live in a very good time to do this kind of experiments because you have very cheap sensors available. We all have smartphones in the pockets that have very cheap IMUs, inertial sensors, that you can use to stabilize flight. That's very nice. Also, we live in an area where a lot of software is shared. Like for the prototypes, we have relied on open source software, PX4. And that's very nice for us because we can go very fast. We don't need a large development team to do a proof of concept. I was alone for a few months, and that was enough to stabilize the wing and make the first flight. So
we could talk for hours, but what is the dream in the next 3 months, and what is the dream in the next 3 years?
So now we have accomplished the vertical takeoff and landing, but we need safety ropes, right? We fly indoors, and we have safety ropes to be safe. And in the next month, the dream would be to be able to take off outside. You find a cliff, some high place, you jump, and then you can take off vertically and go fly. That's the dream. And then in a few years, the goal would be to make it easy for anyone to just strap yourself on the wing, you walk away outside, pull the thrust, it goes up and you fly. And then you can land automatically and you have enjoyed the party.
Thank you very much. Let's
Thank
go
you
back
very
to
much.
Yves. Yves, we've seen that you're surrounding yourself by a very competent team. What are your plans going forward economically and, I guess, following your dream?
Okay, initially I don't have really a business plan. Before to sell things, especially this kind of thing, it should be safe. So first I will really go to the point where it is safe, okay? And for that you need a plan B, because currently if I have an engine failure during that fantastic vertical takeoff and I am 20, 30 meters high, I'm dead. So, like an air taxi who has an complete electronic failure, a big drone with a guy in, he needs a plan B, which is a parachute. I need the same. So that's where now the missing link to do this safe, because now with Julien, I'm sure we will have that solution and it will work. But the plan B should be, and that's important, that's your life. And that's also a big market. So many drones, so many air taxi planned now in our world. We need that system, all of us. Frankie Zapata, the guy with that things under his feet, his engines under his feet, Richard Browning, Iron Man, and so they cannot go high because they don't have the plan B. I cannot go down, really down, because I don't have the plan B. We all need that. And that's the next big step to make it safe. And afterwards, you have the jet ski of the air. One of the oldest dreams of mankind that is real. Human is a flying thing.
So the last thing, are you looking for sponsors? Is it a question of money is going to solve all your problems?
No, it's money is a tool. We need it. Important are the persons that are motivated and ready to take some financial risk, investors. I'm looking for that.
Inside and outside Switzerland?
Yeah, it would be better inside. I'm Swiss, that's a Swiss project. And yeah, I would appreciate Swiss.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
My thanks.